So I got myself a smart portable projector here which can project up to 4K resolution. And if you ask me, this is an all-in-one media station right here, and it only cost me 67 US dollars to get this on AliExpress. Okay, so out of the box we get the remote controller here, we get a power cable, and if you ask me, this power cable is very short. A user manual doesn't really contain a lot of things if you ask me. And lastly, we have the projector itself. Okay, so this is all you get in the box. The box is quite small in my opinion, but at that price point, this is what we get, and this is all you should be expecting. Okay, so now let's talk about build quality. So when it comes to build quality, this device here is actually full on plastic. From the front to the rear is actually full on plastic here, and that is another reason for the cheap price. You know, they have to cut some corners to give you that price, and that is no issue with me. So one thing I really like about this projector here is actually the hinges. So as you can see, this projector has solid hinges, and to actually change the position, you really have to put in some effort. And once you put it in a particular position, it wouldn't move, it wouldn't change unless you change it yourself. That's one thing I like about it. And not only that, we have some silicone rubber tips at the bottom here, and once it's on the tabletop, it's not moving, it's not budging. The only issue I have with the build quality here is actually the focus wheel. So as you can see, the focus wheel is actually at the top part of the projector, and once you begin to use it, it gives me this sort of funny movement. You get this funny movement here. I think it's too smooth. This is not solid at all, and I'm not sure it would hold up in the long run. That is the only issue I have with the build quality, and that is the focus wheel. Doesn't really look good to me. Feels that is too easy, not so good. So that's the only issue I have with the build quality, and that is the focus wheel. So right at the bottom we have a few ports here. We have our aux port, we have our HDMI port, we have a USB-A port, a power button, an IR blaster. So cool to have the IR blaster there. And this is our power port for the power cable as well. So all these vents here are air outlets. This projector here actually uses a fan, and it actually gives quite some noise when you're actually using it. So turning on the projector, this is the homepage UI, and as you can see, we have Netflix, we have YouTube, we have Amazon Prime Video, we have Play Store, and we even have VLC. So this is not the bulk of the apps. When we go into the app section, you can see we have Play Store, we have Live TV, a whole lot. I wanted to show you guys something. We even have Google Chrome and Firefox as well. So moving on to the user manual. So I guess this is the reason why the user manual was so small. We actually have an app for the user manual, and trust me, when you open this app, it actually has everything you might need or everything you might want to know about the projector. So everything from the, as you can see, the remote, the AC cable, speaker. It actually has inbuilt speakers. They are not that great. I actually pair mine to my sound bar and actually use it when I'm consuming my media or anything like that. So with the Bluetooth, I connect that to my sound bar and I use it. Since the speakers on the projector are not the best, I think they are around 5-watt speaker or so, but they are not the best, but they are okay. For the price, they are okay. But I connect it to my soundbar. Okay, so as we all know, the projector can project up to 4K resolution, and I watched a few movies with it. I played a few games with it, and trust me, the quality I had was top notch. It's very sharp, yes. Using the focus wheel, once you turn it on, sometimes it might be a little bit blurry, but with the focus wheel, you can manually adjust it, and you get the exact sharpness you want. It's very cool. Everything was okay. The colors pop and things were great. So I actually played a few games. I played Hollow Knight and I played Halo as well, and it was just cool. So why would you want to buy this projector? So that is it. So at that price point of 67 US dollars, I'm sure you are not going to get any TV at that price. And even if you did, it's going to be a small inch TV. But with this projector, it doesn't get up to 120 inches though, but it's still more than enough for me. This is bigger than most TVs at this price, but there are a few issues. Yes, so at that price point, obviously there are going to be some flaws, some corners, and some lows. And the first one is actually the UI. So if you look at the UI, when I go into the Play Store, this is how the UI looks like. And as I move from icon to icon, or an app to an app, or a button to a button, you can clearly see we get this white border around any button or icon, and that makes it very easy for you to see that this icon is actually being selected, or this icon has actually been highlighted. Yes, you might also say it has a mouse functionality as well, where a mouse pointer is actually displayed on the projector screen, but the mouse icon is not that usable and it's a bit slow in my opinion. So the home UI, actually the problem here actually lies with the home UI. So if I move from an icon to an icon, it actually shows if it's highlighted by being slightly enlarged, and it's not too good. If I move, so let's say I move from Netflix to YouTube, YouTube is now the highlighted icon. But looking from this video, how will you be able to tell if YouTube has been highlighted or not? Okay, and now I've actually moved to apps. You see, the changes are quite little and subtle, and this makes it very, very difficult for you to know which icon is actually being selected. Okay, so far all the games I've actually played on this projector here are games I actually played on my PC. So I just connected my HDMI cord to the projector, and I just projected the gameplay directly from my laptop. But since it has Play Store and it has some games, I decided to try a few games out, and I thought of, why not try a very complicated game? So I just popped up Beach Buggy. It's done, and let's see how Beach Buggy plays on this smart projector here. So I'm just wondering if this plays it well and it's easy and it's entertaining, then this being a full media station is going to be very, very incredible. Let's check Beach Buggy out and let's see how he plays it. Beach Buggy brings back some memories. Okay, so this game I'm playing it directly from the smart projector, and let's see how it goes. The remote is not that responsive, so to get a better control or better response from the remote, you actually have to sit behind the projector. Don't forget the IR blaster is directly behind the projector, so if you are directly behind the projector, you get a better reception and a faster response from the remote as well. So let's try again with the Beach Buggy, and right now I'm actually sitting directly behind the projector. So yes, this is slightly better than when I was in front. Yes, it's okay. Obviously it's not perfect. Wait, what if I connect my controller to it? Is it going to be that good? I have a gamepad here, so why don't I connect that to it? Because the remote here is actually doing a very bad job. I can't play and win this game on raw remote. Nah, it's going to be difficult. Let me try pairing it my USB to it. Okay, so as you can see, I just connected my controller here, and I just got this notification. Allow BB Racing to access controller. I'm just going to press OK. Wow, so I can actually control it with my Xbox 360 controller. This is insane. I'm currently playing with my pad here, and wow, just wow. Maybe I suck at this game, but what can I say? That was not bad at all. That was not bad at all. So all you have to do is just pair it with multiple accessories and you're good to go. All you need is peripheral devices with this projector here, and trust me, you're going to have a very, very good time. I just have to pair with my Xbox controller and I'm so good to go. Okay, so let's talk about keystone correction. So keystone correction is actually just the projector adjusting itself to fit or to look better on the surface on to which is actually projected. So this projector actually has that feature, which is keystone correction, and as you can see, it's actually on auto. But if I'm to adjust the projector in a certain way, it actually cannot auto correct its projection on the wall. See, so it means this doesn't really work, and no matter how I do it, how far I put it, it's still a bit off. Nothing changes, and I think this is one of the issues I had with this projector here. So keystone correction doesn't actually work on the projector. Okay, nothing changes, it's still the same, and that's one of the issues. So first one is the homepage UI, and the next one is keystone correction. So here are my final thoughts about the smart projector over here. As I said earlier, this is actually trying to be a media station. It's trying to do a lot of things at the same time, and true, it got a few things wrong, But when it comes to the image quality, I was actually surprised by what this projector here actually put out. When it comes to image quality, I'm giving it a solid 9 out of 10. The speakers are not that great. The auto keystoning doesn't really work at all. The remote is not that responsive, and the home UI is not that great as well. So aside that, everything else from this projector is good. Support for Wi-Fi, Android, Google Apps, Google Play Store is actually packed. So I was actually surprised the manual actually has a dedicated app to it to explain things to you. So when I was unboxing this, I showed you guys the manual paper wasn't that much, but it has a dedicated manual app. The settings, and what do you think? I would give this projector here a solid 7 out of 10 when it comes to its overall functionality, build quality, and everything put together. It's a solid 7 out of 10. So if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm Mr. Tony Elvis, and I'll leave the AliExpress link to this projector down in the description below. I'll see you guys another time.